Hello creatives, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making a turban lift. What is turban without a lift? There are some turban that without a turban lift you might not get the beauty of that turban. So you need to learn this and have one in your closet, at least one. So if it's something you like to learn, let's get right into it. Okay, welcome back. Okay, like I said earlier, we're going to be making a turban lift today. So let's get right into the measurements we have here. What we have here is we are using velvet fabric. Velvet fabric. That's what we are using to make this turban lift. You can use stretchy crepe. You can use lycra. Yeah, lycra is mostly used. Lycra is mostly used, either the soft lycra or the thick lycra. You can use any of it. You can use raw silk also to make your turban lift. So guys, these are just the little materials we need. We need the fabric, then we need a foam. So the foam I have here is 1/4 inches foam. It's not even up to, yeah, it's 1/4 inches. It's 1/4 inches foam. 1/4 inches foam. You can use the one that is smaller than this. That is not up to 1/4 inches. This is what I have at home, and so this is what I'll be using. And you need your pins, your scissors, of course your sewing machine. So guys, let's check the measurements we have here. So I already cut out my fabric. I don't want to bore you with the part of folding fabric, turning it and all that, so I just went ahead and cut out my fabric first. So here's the measurement we have here. This is on fold. You can see it's on fold, as I folded it into two. Can you see that I folded it into two? So you do the same thing too. So after folding it into two, I cut out 24 inches. I cut out 24 inches by 14.5 inches. 24 inches by 14.5 inches. That half inches is for the sewing allowance. 14 inches is okay. If you don't want to add the half inches, 14 inches is fine. If you sew it, you still have 13.5. It's okay. It's very okay. So this folded part here is the head circumference. Now, so what I'm going to do now is to turn it. I'm going to be turning it to the other side. I'll turn it to the other side, as in to the right side. Wait, before I turn, please, before you turn, notch it so that you not have one side. Okay, it's arranged back. So you just notch here and then you notch the other edge. Or better still, you turn it to the right side to cut. Just cut from the right side. So after turning it to the right side, this is what I have. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark out my band, because the band is inclusive in this measurement. So I'm just going to mark out my band. Sorry, this thing is just shifting. You need to arrange it properly so that you get the right. So the next thing I'll do now is to mark out my band of 1.5 inches. You can use 2 inches for your band, but 1.5 is okay for me. So I'll mark out 1.5 inches. So this is my 1.5 inches. So after marking it, you pin it down. Just pin it so that it does not shift. So when you're done pinning this way, just fold it into two gently like this, so that we can give it a curve at the down. Okay, when you're done folding it, you just curve the down. See the way I'm curving it? Just give it a gentle curve. Make sure the curve is right. So when you're done with your curve, you open it up again. We already mark our 1.5 inches for the band. So the next thing, you open one side up to that 1.5 inches. open it to that 1.5 inches. So you take your foam, put it inside like so. You leave half inches at both edge. Just leave 5 inches at both edge. So just put it this way, then you cover it back. So when you're done covering, just cut out the foam and leaving half inches space for sewing. So you cover it back. So you see what we have? The foam is inside now. This is that's the front and this is the back. So the foam is inside. So the first thing you are going to do now is to secure the foam to the fabric by taking it to your sewing machine and sewing on this your 1.5 inches. This foam is somewhere here. This is it here. Can you see? This is the foam here. This is the foam. This is the foam. This is the foam. So if you are sewing, you allow the foam to be right under this 1.5 inches. Your foam should be right under the 1.5 inches. So you just take it to your sewing machine, you stitch all the way down. You stitch all the way down. So let me take it to my sewing machine and stitch it down and bring it for you to see. So I've gone ahead to sew my band. As you can see, this is my stitch. So you can see that I stitched the foam also with it. So do the same too. Okay, so we are done stitching the band. The next thing we are going to do now is to mark our lines, because we are going to be sewing, making some lines on it. So you are just going to measure 2 inches. You measure 2 inches from your band. This is our band, our last stitch. So from your last stitch, you measure 2 inches. 2 inches. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. You can use your hand to mark, you can use your ruler to rule it, whichever one is convenient for you. So this is one. So from this line, you mark another 2 inches. 2 inches, 2 inches. If you have watched this video to this point, please subscribe and join the family. You will enjoy it here. You will love it here. We post video every weekend, every Saturday or Sunday. We upload a new video. So you will love it here. Just join. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that when we post a new video, you'll be the first person to see it. You'll be notified that video is up for you. Like, drop a comment, your option, your opinion, and if there's any turban you would like us to make for you to make a video on, send it to me in the comment section. I promise you I'll try my best to make the video. So you rule your lines. So this is what we have here. So just rule all your lines out, just like this. Then you take it to your sewing machine and you stitch all these lines down. Stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can stop in 4. Now another thing is, while stitching, before you start, make sure this part is inside. Your foam is not showing outside. By the time you are done stitching, make sure your foam is inside. So you push it. If it's coming out, you push it inside. Just push it inside. That's 1. Then 2, if you are while stitching, you pin. But if you're not pinning, make sure you're checking the down parts and make sure it's not fold. If you stitch anyone, check the down and make sure it's not fold. If it's trying to fold, you pull it out again. But I would advise you to pin. When you pin, there won't be any issue. So I'll just advise you to use your pins. Just pin down, pin down. So guys, I'll take it now to my sewing machine to run these stitches and bring it back for you to see. So I've gone ahead to sew my lines. As you can see, this is the back and this is the front, and you can see my foam is not popping out anywhere. I pushed it inside. So this one's too, if you want to sew this other side, you make sure it's inside, it's not coming out at all. So the next thing you're going to do now is to fold your lift into two, like so. Then you measure the head circumference. Now this part you can use 9.5, you can use 10. So I'm going to be using 10 inches. So this is my 10 inches. I'll pin it down. So here is what you're going to do. You take it to your sewing machine. You will start, you sew here, you lock it and sew to your band. When you get to your band, you turn like this and sew this way, then sew your half inches all the way to this point. Take note, pull your foam inside, pull it inside. See the way I'm doing? Pull it inside. Don't allow it to show at all, because when you're done, the inside is supposed to be neat, just like the outside. It's very important. So pull it in and sew. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine now and sew just exactly the way I explained. This is my, from here I measure 10 inches. You can use 9.5, it's okay to still enter. It's actually supposed to be very firm on the head before you put your turban on it. So you sew, you turn, come this way, then your half inches all the way down. So I'll be back. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to sew my stitch. I started from here. Remember, I measured 10 inches and this is my 10 inches. So I sew like this and I came this way, then I sew it all the way down, then I've gone ahead to weave it. You have to make an effort to make your lifts neat. Okay, so when you are done with that, you just run a stitch, a gather stitch. So just watch what I'm doing. Run your gather stitch, double your thread to be thick, then you run your gather stitch. You run your gather stitch all the way to your band. Yes, all the way to your band. You see, I get to my band. Then you pull very strong. You pull it very firmly. Then you secure your thread. This is what we have. So if you can go over it again, it's good. You should. So when you secure it this way, then you cut. So we are done. So this is the inside, very neat. Then you turn to the other side, and this is the outside, also very neat.